Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something Jim Rohn taught that changed my life. Success is not to be pursued, it is to be attracted by the person you become. Too many people spend their lives chasing money like it's running away from them. But the truth is, wealth is not hiding from you. It's waiting for you to become the kind of person it wants to stay with. That's the law of wealth attraction. This law is simple, but it's not easy. It says, if you want more, you must become more. You must grow in discipline, in knowledge, in mindset. You don't get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour. So if you want to raise your income, raise your value. How do you raise your value? You invest in yourself, read the books, learn the skills, fix your attitude, show up earlier, stay later, work on your character, speak less, listen more, stop complaining, start creating. Wealth is not about luck, it's about preparation meeting opportunity. When you improve yourself, the opportunities start noticing, people start noticing, money starts noticing. That's the law. You attract what you are, not what you want. This is one of the deepest truths in the journey of success. Many people believe that just wanting wealth, dreaming about it, or hoping for it is enough. But that's not how the world works. Wanting something doesn't guarantee receiving it. The universe doesn't respond to wishes. It responds to who you become in the process. If your mindset is filled with scarcity, laziness, or excuses, no matter how badly you want success, it will stay just out of reach. But when you shift your identity, when you raise your standards, your habits, and your attitude, you begin to attract the very things you used to chase. Imagine a magnet. If it's weak, it can't attract much. But if you strengthen it, it begins to pull in what matches its power. You are the magnet. Your thoughts, your actions, your discipline. All of it determines what you pull into your life. If you're disorganized, inconsistent, or unmotivated, you'll attract more chaos, more lack, and more disappointment. But if you become focused, driven, and full of purpose, wealth and opportunities begin to find you. This is the law in motion. Jim Rohn used to say, don't ask for things to be easier, ask to be better. That's the heart of this principle. Stop waiting for luck or shortcuts. Start becoming someone of value. As you grow in strength, knowledge, and clarity, your world starts to change. Money, connections, and success are simply reflections of the person you've become. Don't chase, attract, and attraction begins with transformation. When you shift from hoping to becoming, everything else shifts with you. Wealth doesn't follow need, it follows growth. Become more, and you'll attract more. That's the beginning of true success. Success is directly connected to your personal development. The more you grow, the more your life grows. This idea goes far beyond just reading a few books or attending a seminar. It's about who you're becoming every single day. Most people wait for circumstances to change so they can feel successful. But Jim Rohn taught that success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who prepare. The real difference between those who achieve great things and those who don't lies in their commitment to developing themselves from the inside out. Personal development includes discipline, mindset, skills, habits, and even how you think about money, time, and life. It's a daily process of improvement. The better you become, the more capable you are of handling challenges, solving problems, and creating value. And value is what attracts wealth. No one gets rich by accident. Behind every success story is a person who took the time to improve quietly, consistently, and without excuses. Growth creates the foundation that success stands on. If your income hasn't changed in years, chances are your habits haven't either. Real change doesn't start with the economy, your job, or your circumstances. It starts with you. Learn more, think bigger, and act with more intention. Push yourself to go beyond comfort. Build discipline. Expand your vision. When you do that, you naturally become more attractive, not just to people, but to opportunities. Life responds to those who take responsibility for their development. The truth is simple. Income rarely exceeds personal growth. So instead of waiting for something outside of you to improve, Focus on becoming the kind of person that wealth is drawn to. Your growth is your greatest asset, and success is just the result of who you've decided to become. You don't get paid for the hours you work. You get paid for the value you bring to those hours. This is a powerful truth that changes everything when fully understood. Most people think income is based on time, but it's really based on results. Two people can work the same number of hours, yet one earns 10 times more. Why? Because the value they deliver during those hours is greater. That value comes from skill, efficiency, attitude, and the ability to solve problems. Time is equal for everyone, but the value within that time is what makes the difference. To increase your income, you have to increase your contribution. That means learning more, doing more, and becoming better at what you do. Don't focus on how long you work. Focus on how well you work. Jim Rohn often said that you must become more valuable to the marketplace. The market doesn't care how busy you are. It cares how effective you are. When you become someone who can create more, lead better, sell smarter, or think faster, your value rises, and so does your income. This mindset takes you away from a paycheck mentality and moves you toward a purpose-driven mindset. You're no longer just trading hours for money. You're building something bigger by bringing something meaningful. Whether you're an employee, an entrepreneur, or an artist, your future depends on the value you create. Start asking yourself daily, how can I improve the way I work? How can I solve problems faster? How can I lead better, serve deeper, and create results that matter? When you shift your focus to value, the rewards will follow. Time is fixed, but value is limitless. Increase the value, and the money will come. That's how true wealth is built. Wealth is not just a result of hard work. It's a reflection of character and discipline. Many people work hard their whole lives and still struggle financially. Why? Because effort without direction and self-control often leads nowhere. True wealth is attracted to people who lead themselves well, who are consistent in their habits, and who act with purpose instead of impulse. Character is the foundation on which lasting success is built. If you can't trust yourself to follow through, stay focused, or make wise decisions, neither will the world. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early when comfort tells you to sleep in. It's saving money when your emotions tempt you to spend. It's choosing long-term gain over short-term pleasure. These choices shape your destiny. Every small act of discipline compounds into something greater over time. Just like bad habits quietly destroy your future, good habits silently build your fortune. Your reputation, reliability, and results are all shaped by your character. People do business with those they trust. Opportunities come to those who are consistent. Wealth flows to those who are prepared. That's why personal responsibility is so powerful. It puts your future back in your hands. You stop blaming others or waiting for the perfect moment. You become the kind of person who creates the moment. Jim Rohn said, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day." If you want to attract wealth, start by mastering yourself. Build integrity, strengthen your willpower, keep your promises, even the ones you make to yourself. In the long run, it's not just your work ethic that matters. It's who you are when no one's watching. That's what separates the truly wealthy from the rest. Investing in yourself is the most powerful step you can take toward attracting long-term wealth. Everything you want, more income, better opportunities, greater freedom, begins with your decision to grow. Most people look for external changes, a better job, a new business, or a lucky break, but none of that lasts without internal growth. Who you become on the inside determines how much you can handle on the outside. If you're not growing, you're falling behind. The world is moving fast, and only those who are constantly improving will stay ahead. When you invest in yourself, you're increasing your value to the marketplace. You're sharpening your skills, expanding your mindset, and preparing for doors you don't even know will open yet. Every book you read, every course you take, every new habit you build adds another layer to your foundation. This kind of investment pays compound interest. It doesn't just give you more money, it gives you more confidence, clarity, and control over your future. Jim Rohn used to say, "Formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune." That's because self-education is intentional. It's not about degrees, it's about direction. It's about choosing to grow even when no one is watching, and committing to improvement even when results take time. The person who grows beyond average thinking begins to attract above average results. No one can take your growth away from you. It's the one asset that appreciates with time and cannot be stolen. While others are distracted or discouraged, the person who consistently invests in their own development is building invisible wealth, wisdom, mindset, skill, that soon becomes visible in their life. The road to riches doesn't start in your wallet, it starts in your mind. Grow yourself and the wealth will follow. When you change, your income changes. This is one of the most powerful realizations you can have. Most people try to change everything around them, their job, their boss, the economy, but forget to change the one thing that truly matters, themselves. Your income is simply a reflection of your mindset, habits, and the value you bring to the world. If you want different results, you have to become a different person. The outer world responds to the inner world. When you elevate your thinking, your energy, and your actions, your financial situation naturally begins to rise. It's easy to blame circumstances for lack of progress, but growth begins when you take full responsibility for your future. No one is going to hand you wealth. You must become the kind of person who attracts it. That means upgrading your thinking from limitation to possibility, from doubt to belief, from fear to faith. It means replacing excuses with execution and distraction with discipline. The moment you commit to change, everything begins to shift. Jim Rohn said, "For things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better." That's not just a quote, it's a life strategy. If your income hasn't grown, it's time to stop pointing outward and start looking inward. Are you becoming more valuable? Are you taking bold action? Are you building habits that lead to results? Wealth is not something you pursue, it's something you attract by the person you become. Every breakthrough begins with a personal shift. Every level of success demands a higher level of you. So if you want more, work on becoming more. Change your thoughts, raise your standards, and move with purpose. When you change, everything around you changes, including your income.